Good to go, Noel.
All right. Perfect. I'm gonna hit my timer. Okay. Perfect. All right. My name is Noelle, and welcome to Up and Moving. Good morning. So the goal of Up and Moving is to provide a free community physical activity resource. So today we are going to be doing our usual 2 sets of exercises. Each of them are going to have a lower body, an upper body, and a core exercise. And if you have soup cans or weights, that's what I'm going to be using. Well, I'm going to be using candles because I don't have water bottles or soup cans or anything at the moment. So that's what I'm going to be using for this. Okay. So I'll just give you a minute to go grab that. And then we will start the warm-up. Also got my water bottle here with me, so make sure you've got some water near you. All right. Just give you guys one more minute here. All right. Let's get started with the warm-up here. So I'm going to be starting by doing some knee huggers. I'm going to bring my knee up. And just stretch out the muscle a little bit here. I'm just going to kind of rotate back and forth for these ones. All right. Then we can just flow right into some slow march, getting those knees up high. So like I said before, we're going to be doing 2 groups of 3 exercises each. We're going to do an upper body, a lower body, and a core exercise. And then we're going to go through each group 3 times. Now I'm just going to kick my feet back a little bit instead of doing the march here. All right. And one of my go-to warm-up exercises is always the hip opener. exercise. So you could grab onto a wall, or you could just balance, just bring your knee up and to the side and back down. Just working on opening up those hips, getting those muscles activated a little bit. So straight up and to the side, and then back down. I'm gonna move on to my other leg here. Straight forward to the side and back down. And I'm just gonna rotate between bringing the leg back over, kind of like you're stepping over something. Okay. My hips are feeling nice and warmed up now. Now we can do some arm circles just to get our upper body warmed up. So I'm just going little circles forward right now. And I'm just gonna make those get a little bigger. And we can make those real big here. Really getting our shoulders warmed up. Then I'm gonna go back with the little circles, but this time go backwards. And then work those also into bigger circles. All right. Then I'm just gonna take my arm here, cross it, cross my body. Feeling that stretch up in here. Just gonna hold that for a couple seconds. Feel free to kind of step back and forth, keeping those legs warmed up. Okay. I'm gonna switch my arms here. Cross the other one over. All right. Well, I'm just gonna shake out my arms a little bit here. Just kind of let them loosen up. And then we'll just do one more warm-up exercise and then get into the first group. So we are going to do now some teapots. So get into like probably a shoulder width stance here, and one hand on your hip and the other one reaching over, and then lean into that side, and you can really feel it in your obliques there. Nice and slow and controlled. Try and hold it for a couple seconds. Just gonna do 3 more on this side. All right, and I'm gonna move to my other side now. Really reach that far, that top hand over to get the best stretch. I'm gonna do 3 more again. All right. So now hopefully you're all feeling a little more warmed up, and I will quickly explain our first group here. So the first exercise is just going to be a traditional squat. If you have weights, you can hold that probably just kind of close like this. And we're going to be shoulder width again here and just going down, pressing through our heels and up. Then our second exercise is going to be our upper body exercise, which is going to be a shoulder press like this. Feet can probably also be shoulder width apart for this one. And extending those elbows. Then lastly, we're going to try this core exercise. So you stand out like this with your weight out in front of you, and you're going to slowly bring that weight side to side, twisting your core, keeping that core tight is really how you're going to feel that exercise. So just going to take a little break here. Make sure you have the equipment you need, any water, and then we'll get started. All right. Are we all set? Ready? Perfect. So if you're using weights, go ahead and grab those weights, and we'll be doing 30 seconds. Again, feet shoulder width apart and kind of hinging the hips here and go down like that. Okay. We'll start in 10 seconds. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really working on pressing through the heels is going to help give you some balance. All right, 10 more seconds. And done. Okay. Holding on to those weights, we're going to move into the shoulder press. Shoulder width apart. And we'll start these in 10 seconds here. Working on pressing through and up. 3, 2, 1. One thing I kind of struggle with these is making sure I'm keeping my shoulders down and not pushing up like this. I really try and keep my shoulders centered with my body here. 5 more seconds. And done. Okay. All right, so I am going to just take one of my weights because I find it easier to hold it kind of like this here. You could use two also, but I'm just gonna do this because it feels more comfortable in my hands. And again, we're just gonna be taking it side to side, keeping those arms extended and feeling it through our middle, through our center here. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate your shoulders to make sure you're keeping your feet in the same position. Ten more seconds. Done. All right, that was the first set there. Take a little bit of a break and then we'll do that 2 more times through. All right, how are we feeling? Ready? Awesome. Okay. So our first exercise again is the squat. We're gonna get shoulder width apart and we're gonna hinge at the hips for these while still keeping our chest up. We don't want to hunch our backs forward on these ones. We'll get started in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's start here. 30 seconds of this exercise again. Ten more seconds. Make sure you're not cheating yourself. Make sure you're still going nice and deep on these. Last couple. All right. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Next, we've got the shoulder press. It was kind of difficult to explain what I meant by not pressing or not lifting your shoulders. It's kind of a press through your, make sure you're just working on extending your elbows instead of just lifting the weight. If that makes sense, it's kind of hard to explain. All right. We'll start in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, 15 more seconds. Really bringing the weight down nice and slow is what really gives this exercise a little bit of its intensity. All right, and done. Next, I'm gonna grab my one weight again for our core exercise. My feet honestly feel a little more comfortable, a little bit further than shoulder width, just by a little bit. Just makes me feel like I can get a little bit more of a range of motion for these ones. So if you want to try that out, that might feel more comfortable for you. So we'll do this in 10 more seconds. Now, 3, 2, 1. And kind of keep your core nice and tight. It'll really help you think about moving nice and, you know what I'm trying to say, more flowy, I guess. All right, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Quick water break here. And then we'll be on to our last set. All right. Okay, are we all ready? Perfect. So we've got the squats again. Make sure you're getting just as deep on the last one as you are in the first one. So we'll get started in 10 seconds. It's our last set of squats, so really push through, give it your all. In 3, 2, 1. Halfway. All right. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job, everyone. Next, we're going into the shoulder press. So get that weight up right here. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1. Really think about keeping that weight in control here. All right, 10 more seconds. Really push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. All right. Last exercise of this group. Got the weight out in front of you here. And we are gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Bringing that weight to each side. while keeping your core nice and tight. Kind of burns after doing the shoulder press too. Ten more seconds. And done. Okay. So we can just take another water break here. And then we'll go over our next exercises. Okay, so our first exercise, we're doing the lower body, upper body, and then core again. So the first one with the weights, we can just do a lunge. I think I will be doing these alternating, but you could also just have your foot out and do them just one side at a time. And then for our upper body, we're going to be doing T raises. So the weight will start down at your side here, shoulder width apart, and we're going to be lifting them up into a T. And then our core exercise will be standing crunches. So these ones, you can have your hands either laced gently or just touching the side of your head. And we're going to go opposite arm to opposite leg, like that. And yeah, any modifications would just be for the lunges for the just doing it one leg at a time. And if it's hard to go down, just kind of do little pulses up here, if that works better for you. Okay, I'm just gonna grab water quick and then we can start with my first set of those. I'm going to be facing forward for the lunges here just so I can see the time, but I'll just show it one more time. Put back here and going down. And yeah. Okay. So we'll be doing 20 seconds each leg or 40 seconds if you're alternating legs. So we'll start in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I prefer to hold the weight at my side here, but it is also okay to hold it up by your chest, whichever one feels more comfortable for you. If you are doing one leg at a time, it can be your time to switch here. I'll just do 15 more seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay. Next are these T raises. We're gonna go shoulder width apart here. Kind of hold yourself in a good posture. And then with your chest up a little bit, and then just bring that weight out to the side. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 more seconds. Five, four, three, two, and done. I'm gonna set my weights down. All right, now we've got the standing crunches. So I'm gonna have my fingers in a very loose lace here. If it's too tight, you can be tempted to pull your head forward. So that's why it's important to just keep a really loose grip if you're holding your fingers together for these. We'll start in seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite leg to opposite arm, creating a little bit of a cross here. 10 more seconds. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Okay, 2 more sets of that, and then we can begin our cool down. Still got a little ways until then. Okay. I'm gonna make sure to watch the time more closely for the lunges if you're doing one leg at a time for these. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my weights here so we can get started on this next set. I think for this set, I'm actually gonna hold the weight up by my chest here. All right, I'll start in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Start on your first leg or start alternating. If you're doing one leg at a time, now's your time to switch. Ten more seconds. And done. Awesome. Next, we're gonna go in with those T raises. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little over halfway. All right. 3, 2, 1. Went a little over on that one. But that's okay. All right. Standing crunches again. Gonna put my fingers loosely behind my head here. And 3, 2, 1. Start crossing over. over halfway. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good work. One more set left. Okay. How are we feeling? Ready for the last set? Perfect. All right. Last one's most important. Gotta really push it on this last set. Okay, we'll start in 10 seconds again. I'm gonna hold my weight up here. Oh, my candle fell apart. Okay, 3, 2, 1. If you're doing these one leg at a time, go ahead and switch. Really push these last couple of seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Perfect. Time to do some T raises. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome. All done with the weights for today. The last exercise, we've got our standing crunches. 3, 2, 1. Crossing over again. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, guys. We are done with our grouped exercises, but another really important part about working out is making sure you do a cool down. So I'm just gonna grab some water here quick and then lead us through a short little cool down. All right. Just kind of gonna go side to side here, just for a minute or two, just to kind of bring that heart rate down a little bit. just work on taking some deep breaths. All right, and then I'm just gonna move into a little bit of a march here. All right, then after those lunges and squats, I can really feel it in the top of my leg here. So I'm just gonna do a stretch, grab onto your foot here, and then you can feel that muscle up here getting kind of stretched out. Just gonna hold that for 10 or 15 more seconds. Okay, I'm moving on to my other leg. I like to use the wall for balance, but feel free to try and balance on this one as well. All right. Just gonna wait. Just gonna kind of move my arms back and forth here, loosening up my shoulders. Awesome. Good work. All right, I'm just gonna do one more stretch here. Just gonna sit on the ground here and reach my leg over and pull it forward. Just giving it a little hug. Feels good to sit down for a minute. I'm gonna switch my legs here. Pulling it towards you really helps you feel it in this back side of your leg and towards the side here. All right, then I'm just gonna put my feet forward and just lean a little bit in. You can try and touch your toes. If not, that's okay. I barely can. Really stretch out that hammy back there. All right. And then that pretty much concludes our workout for the day. So thank you for everyone who joined along, both on Facebook and on Zoom.